Alrighty, next game up here is the Chiefs at the Titans, and once again, the disrespectful odds by Vegas on this Titans team, giving them 5, and once again, they win outright these last 2 weeks. Titans +6 against the Bills, win outright. Titans +5 against the Chiefs, win outright. Stop disrespecting this Titans team. Because they get the big old blowout win, 27-3. Held the Chiefs to only 3 points, folks. How crazy is that? We love the Titans +5 this week, but I didn't think they were going to hold the Chiefs to 3 points. Holy moly. So truly kind of blowing past our expectations. And we already had decently high expectations for this Titans team, and they surpassed it. So big credit here to this Titans team winning 27-3. And once again, the big thing about this Chiefs team is the turnovers. Why we can't buy this, and we've said this for like the last 4 weeks. We set the bar. We didn't want to see the Chiefs with any turnovers against Washington. They had turnovers against Washington. We've sold them from that point on, and we are still continuing to see these turnovers. Patrick Mahomes, an interception. He also fumbled twice, lost one of them, and then Mecole Hardman fumbles and loses it as well. So it's not just Patrick Mahomes with the interceptions. It's Tyreek Hill with the drops that lead to interceptions and also fumbles as well. It's Clyde Edwards-Helaire with the fumbles, and now it's Mecole Hardman with the fumbles. It's everybody with the turnovers right here with this Kansas City Chiefs team, and it's unfortunate here. Once again, big star just like Russell Wilson, in overall career-wise, getting to the Super Bowl real early on and winning, getting to another one and losing very, not close. I gotta keep remembering not to say it was close. It was close for the Seahawks, not close for the Chiefs, but they did get to 2 Super Bowls early on in their career, and we haven't seen Russell Wilson back since. Now, Russell Wilson has been putting up great numbers and great kind of records and getting getting to some division championships, also getting to some first round exits in the wild card. So we're not expecting this Chiefs team to totally disappear and Patrick Mahomes to totally disappear, but don't expect them to kind of be Super Bowl favorites every single season and expect them to kind of get deep in the playoffs every single season like they did like these last 2 years. So we have to pump the brakes a little bit on Kansas City. First, they have to clean up the turnovers, then get back to winning games, and then move forward. And until they do that, we will not have them in our top 10, and we will not be talking highly about this Chiefs team. So real bad game here by this Chiefs team. A lot of turnovers, like we said. Patrick Mahomes, let's start with him, goes 20 of 35 out here. 20 of 35, what do we got here? 57% completion percentage, real bad, 206 yards, and then he got kind of knocked out of the game. He's all good to go. I think he tested negative for the concussion, so he's not in that or anything. Just a big, brutal hit that kind of just knocked them out for the game, and they were down. They weren't going to win the game with Patrick Mahomes in, if he stayed in the game or anything like that. So it kind of down 27-0 at that point anyway. So, Patrick Mahomes being in the game was not going to, be like, oh, well, they would have won if Patrick Mahomes just stayed in the game. No, they couldn't do anything with Patrick Mahomes in the game. So nothing great there by Patrick Mahomes this week, and now they're 3-4. I would say little cause for concern here, little cause for panic, because what made them great these last 2 years, and why everybody was saying Patrick Mahomes could rival Brady as the greatest of all time, and this was this was the new Patriots dynasty and all that, was because of the special plays that Patrick Mahomes was making. They were all going the right way, and now we see some of these special plays kind of not going his way, and they're losing games. So once again, we got to pump the brakes. It's hard to compare anything to Brady in that Patriots organization because they did it really consistently for 20 plus years, folks. And we're getting Patrick Mahomes here, year 4, not truly getting it done. So we'll see how the rest of the season plays out here for this Chiefs team, but real cause for concerns. They must button it up. It starts with the coaching. It just starts with the energy and truly everybody buying in. Got to clean up the turnovers and then start getting back on track of winning these games. But a big old blowout here, 27-3. All right, then Chad Henne comes in and goes 11 of 16 for 82 yards. Not bad there. No touchdown, no pick, but, once again, only 3 points by the time he gets in the game. It's not nothing to really work with. Alrighty, and then, barely not even running the ball here. And once again, you get down big, 17-0, 24-0. I mean, shout out to this Titans team. First 4 drives here, touchdown, field goal, touchdown, and then another field goal. They scored on every single drive there in the first half, go up 27-0, and then just kind of coast for the entire second half. They don't put up any points in the second half and are still able to win in blowout fashion there. So Chiefs just kind of unfortunately gave up. We're going forward and all that, missing some field goals as well in the second half as well for this Chiefs team. Just nothing was going right for this Chiefs team overall, and we've got to kind of start with coaching a little bit. We'll see if Andy Reid can reel back in this team. They must get reeled back in, folks. They are 3-4. Absolutely crazy. So no running here. Patrick Mahomes, 6 carries. He was the leading rusher, 35 yards. Darrell Williams, 5 carries for 20 yards. That was really it there for the rushing. And who was Patrick Mahomes throwing to? We had Brian Pringle, 5 receptions for 73 yards. Travis Kelce, 7 receptions for 65 yards. Tyreek Hill, 6 receptions, 49 yards. Darrell Williams, 3 catches, 30 yards. Mecole Hardman, 4 receptions for 28 yards. And then Jerick McKinnon for 2 receptions and 17 yards. We talked about all these turnovers, so let's talk about these turnovers. There was 3 of them here for the Chiefs. First turnover came in the second quarter, and the Titans were able to cash in 7 points, and then they fumble right on the following drive and give up a field goal. So 10 points in the first half off of turnovers, and then an they got 1 fumble that came at really kind of the end of the game here. They were already down 27-3. 3 minutes left in the game, no time to really do anything. They fumble as well there and lose it. So just nothing great by this Chiefs team. Turnovers were the concern, and they are still the concern. That's why we are selling them. But let's talk about this Titans team and why they got it done. Ryan Tannehill goes 21 of 27, just being a perfect game manager in that first half of scoring and taking advantage of the turnovers and all that. He goes 21 of 27. 77% completion percentage for 270 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. His interception came in the second half here, but hey, they missed a field goal on the following drive there, so gave up no points off the turnover. We can kind of a little excuse that by Ryan Tannehill. And also, Derrick Henry threw a touchdown pass. How crazy is that? They kind of locked up Derrick Henry. He had 29 carries for 86 yards, which is kind of like the lowest we've seen by the man this season. So I guess that is good, but they didn't really need him that much. And then he ends up throwing a touchdown to a tight end on tight end day. I mean, blowing our mind, folks. You can't get any better than that. So when we watch that play tomorrow, breaking down the tight ends and, celebrating them and giving out the grades, I think we got to do a little something special for Derrick Henry, because the man was throwing passes out here, folks. Better completion percentage than Sam Darnold. Almost more yards than Sam Darnold as well. 5 yards here by Derrick Henry through the air. Fantastic. So Ryan Tannehill and company just completely get it done. Chiefs couldn't do anything. Ryan Tannehill was throwing to A.J. Brown, and this is back. They're back at it, folks. When A.J. Brown and Julio Jones are both finally healthy and playing together, they're back at the top of being the leading receivers for this Titans team. A.J. Brown, 8 catches for 133 yards and a touchdown. Julio Jones, 2 catches for 38 yards. Leading receivers here for the Titans. Absolutely fantastic. Then we have McCole Pruitt, 2 catches for 27 yards and a touchdown. Josh Reynolds, 2 catches, 23 yards. And then Derrick Henry, 2 catches, 16 yards as well. So Derrick Henry getting it done in every facet of the game, running, passing, and receiving. Sheesh. I mean, could the running back get better? I mean, could Derrick Henry get better than what he already was these last 2 seasons? Rushing for 2,000 yards and all that. Man, oh man, the man's got an arm and the man can catch. So Derrick Henry's just beginning, folks. 2,000 rushing yards was just the beginning for Derrick Henry. How absolutely insane is that? So the Titans get the big old dominant win here, 27-3. And then after halftime, this is it exactly to a T, just like the Seahawks, folks. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs adjusting to 3-4 reality after blowout loss to the Titans says, quote, "It's kind of been rainbows and flowers and awesome for the last 3 years. Now there's adversity. Now the magic and the special ability of Patrick Mahomes is starting to wear out and not be 100% every single game, every single season. So we're going to get down to coaching and how much of a gamer Patrick Mahomes actually is and how quickly they can turn this around. It's going to start with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. We know they're great talents. We think they're great, special kind of big brain IQ coach-player combination because of what they have achieved already. But now when adversity is truly looking at them in the face, they were at the highest of highs for these last 2 seasons, got knocked down a little little peg in the Super Bowl, and now we're getting knocked down another peg here starting 3-4. We'll see how it goes here and how they can turn it around, if they can turn it around. And here's this Patrick Mahomes, just kind of stats here through the first 7 weeks. He leads the NFL with 9 interceptions. That's tied with Zach Wilson. And you don't want to be in any conversation mentioned with Zach Wilson, because Zach Wilson has not done anything good his rookie year. 6 straight games with a pick. 6 straight games with a pick. Turnovers, longest of his career. Why we were bailing on this Chiefs team like 3 weeks ago, maybe even 4 weeks ago. 16 interceptions in 16 games. 2 turnovers this game, and then he was down 27-0 at halftime against the Titans. So bad stretch here for Patrick Mahomes, and we'll see if he can kind of get out of the funk a little bit.